In this video today, we'll be covering Fusion AI Indicator for TradingView. This is a 100% free tool. You go ahead and grab it right now in the first link in the description below if you want to get access to this. So I'm going to show you a nice little strategy that you can use with this. I wouldn't in particular be using this by itself. So what is Fusion AI? Essentially what it's doing is that it is giving you a score all the way down here on the sub chart. So a higher score means that there is a good potential for momentum to pretty much to continue. And then down here you'll see a smaller score, which will potentially be downside moves. And so what you'll do is, instead of, this isn't really a reversal type thing, you know how you would see with RSI. This is essentially more of a momentum swing type deal. So whenever you see it, pretty much when momentum is starting to get maxed out, that's when you'll start to see these triangles form. And honestly, a really nice little trade right there on IBIT. And this would have been in particular the hourly chart. But you can use this on pretty much any asset out there. But one of the best ways that I would recommend to use this is do something like this, right? Where you get a breakout of a particular a trend line. So essentially, um, you saw this price right here continue to hit off of this particular trend line right here. And then what happened, essentially after it broke out right here, is that we did start to see some momentum start to swing this way, and eventually got the first triangle right here on the chart. So that is a nice momentum swing, and look what happened after that. So again, you can use this on pretty much any time frame on any chart. But something like this is pretty cool. It's pretty interesting, and essentially what you'll be able to do as well is you'll be able to mess around with some of this stuff. So if you want a little more refined settings, so if you want the AI score to be a little bit higher, you can do that. If you want it to be a little bit lower, maybe get a little more signals. You can actually put the threshold all the way down there at zero point 0.1. This gives you a little more. This is a little more like on the swings. So on like the small swings right there, you'll see the score really start to rocket to the downside. When you do that, the noise will increase though, and so when there's more noise, there's more potential for false breakouts. But I do like to see. It is interesting to see something like this, especially if you're maybe even if you're all the way down here on the minute chart. It probably would get, again, a little bit crazy. Minute charts are crazy, but you can even use something like this, and you see even this example right here. So this is exactly what this thing is uh, really powerful and really designed to do. And so check this out. So there was a nice, let's just do that little trend line right there. There was a nice little trend line break right there, and then you see this. And so we see just the strong momentum, and you see how it was starting to build. And so this was actually where this would have been a nice momentum signal right there. And you can see how it just continued to go to the downside, and this big red right there you see there. So, but again, like I said, if you adjust these filters, look how quickly it does rise. And so just one little candle potentially gave, or it did give us a potential for a upside move. So I definitely recommend you keep it at least above point three and above, just because it is, there's a little more potential. And I mean, still, this was a little bit later, but it did actually confirm that there was a strong down momentum before it continued to go down there. So again, great tool. Again, it's free. First link in the description. You go ahead and grab it. And if you have any questions, leave a comment. But yeah, this is a pretty cool little tool. We made it over there at Find Better Trades, and get yourself access to it because it is free. It's going to be free forever. So I know a lot of folks out there have been asking for tools like that, free tools and different signals, things like that. So this is just another great tool that we created for free. So go ahead and check it out. And if you have any questions or anything like that, again, throw them in the comments and let us know. Thanks, guys.